Greetings everyone, here's Lodrik and this is the game War in the Pacific Advanced Edition by play by email match against KilRoy. Scenario 1 day turn setup, and he is a commander of the Allied forces, and for me it is the Empire of Japan. Today we will check the 13th December 1941, and this is the first turn I record on my new laptop. New installation with some new graphic mods, art mods. So it will look a little different. I have also other resolution. You can let me know in the comments or at Discord if you think this looks better or more worse. You can get used to it. At the beginning I was a little confused, but I try this and let others choose if they like it or not. I still can go back to my old laptop. It's not broken or something. It's only, I had to buy something for tax reasons. Good, my submarine attack here north of Surabaya, but failed to hit this cruiser mine layer. And also failed attack near to Suva, AK. Can escape, at least today. But also the hunting group around the De Ruyter failed to hunt down my submarine. So at the end, nothing happens. A lot of noise. But at least I can find here the steward, American destroyer, and will go down where very likely with 2 torpedo hits I don't expect can survive. Yep. At least one ship just sunk. So no other engagement in the night. But we have here some reaction. So I have here a heavy cruiser formation. Is in interception, or in a position north of Surabaya, and hoping to intercept all incoming cargo or task forces from the Philippines. So there is no real enemy, only cargo ships and one destroyer. I don't think that this one destroyer will have a big impact. We can wait maybe and see if the first shell hit for destroyer torpedo. So the hits on the cargo ships are already counting up. The destroyer can so far avoid. But here is now the first 5-inch shell hit. And now we have an 8-inch shell hit and penetration, so this will slow down the destroyer. It's burning. There's in the next hit already on the cargo ship. So let's skip this. It is a clear victory for me. Nothing surprisingly. And I even got a torpedo hit on the destroyer. But okay. Again, enemy destroyers east of Hawaii. This is the main convoy lanes to California, so I still have some submarines operating here. I don't expect too much. So my cruiser formation is able to find also a, I don't know, destroyer, AVP, something, a small ship. Yeah, it sunk so fast. AVP. Okay. This is now west of Manila, and I have here one of my support carrier fleet units, and then I run in this Hong Kong, British Hong Kong cargo ship. So, but nothing happens at the end. But you can see it is very clearly west of Manila. And this is now south of Davao, half the way down Celebres Island. And I have here a destroyer formation lead by light cruiser, and I hunt down this American light cruiser. This is this Omaha class light cruiser. I think the Allies have 6 or 8 of them at the beginning of the war, and they are these are the oldest light cruiser of the American Navy. And we hit each other here, but normally both of our guns cannot really hurt enough. So light cruisers are really mainly for killing destroyers and cargo ships. But my 14 centimeter shells will normally not penetrate the armor, and but 6 inches also not much stronger. So what we need here is system damage, fire damage, or a torpedo hit. And the torpedo hit will end this battle quickly. Good. So I have 1 shell hit on my Nagara, but the light cruiser is history. Fine. This is a heavy AD, so assistant destroyer. The support ship you can park in every port, and we arm normally everything what is not bigger than the destroyer. Maybe you can also rearm light cruiser 6-inch shell, not sure, but the main purpose is I think normally to rearm 4-inch, 5-inch. But my submarine failed. So these are normally very heavy support ships, similar to light cruisers or cruisers. They all have 8,000, 10,000 ton volumina. So it is always nice and also many points. The Japanese, they don't have this. Oops, it was a little too quick here. Now we cannot read anything. Okay. My zeros sweeping again Manila, and you can see that I come out of 2 directions. Either some zeros are coming in also for my carrier formation west of Manila. But there's nearly nothing more left. Only a P-26. This P-40s you saw in the emanation, I think it's maybe a bug in the game. They are not here in this report, and they don't take part in any battle. My betties are trying to sink this, I think 2 British. You can see it's this brown color, so brown color is British. Destroyers are still here in Manila. But it's very hard to really hit them with torpedoes. Second attempt. And again, many torpedoes. And every torpedo cost me 10 supplies. I mean, not too expensive compared to the warhead and the potential damage, but of course it's money or supplies this way. Still some bombardment of Guam, but no real impact more. Now the typical bombardment in China. Suppress some movement, soften up any resistance. Slowly but steadily, I can also increase the numbers of bombers or airplanes I can operate here in China. But none of this have any real big impact. But if you add up all of these numbers, then maybe I can get, I'm not sure, 500 to 1000 Chinese soldiers, or maybe up to 100 combat squads I can disable per turn. So don't ask me how many of these 100 disabled squads will enter the duty at the end of the day again. So maybe 50 will be ready for operational duty. So I can only lower maybe the Chinese ground forces by 50. But if I don't do this, then the Chinese army only gets stronger and stronger. Still many smaller attacks and not the high concentrator for 1 or 2 hexes. So still the attempt to bomb everything a little. So now I find this cargo ship just met my carrier units, and here the Bettys can show that they can do something. Torpedo hit, heavy damage, very likely it will sink. Busy morning, but nothing special so far. And KilRoy maybe park these 2 destroyers in the port of Manila simply to attract attention of my Navy bombers. Because there is, I think, no other ship with higher possibility to avoid any torpedo attacks and also level attacks. So if I don't bring in dive bombers, it's very hard to get rid of these destroyers. And this is maybe KilRoy, his tactic, that he won't lure all Navy bombers on these 2 destroyers so that the rest can have a better chance to escape. So next attempt, still one P-26. You can still see here this Warhawks, but again, they don't show up anywhere else. Not at the beginning of the combat, not at the end of the combat information panel or page. And they also will never take part here in any air battle, so I think this is only a bug. But I can tell you also that my Nell bombers are coming here and try, but all the bombs are missing. So again, no P-40, only P-26. Now bombardment in China. And surprisingly, not Jochen, KilRoy also used his carrier units actively to bombard here one of my outpost bases. Not really creating too much damage, but he's coming. So there is at least one enemy carrier not far away from Truk. So I have to really react to this situation. And now in the second attempt, my submarine surface. We have here now a surface engagement between a heavy AD and the submarine. And luckily I also have still some torpedoes left. So this AD is now heavily damaged, 3 shell hits and 2 torpedo hits, heavy fire, heavy damage. But my submarine is also not completely undamaged. And I have here fire, and fire is for submarine always critical normally. So this was maybe everything the submarine can do here in the area of Hawaii and must return to base to get repaired. I will check at the end of the turn. But there's a sinking sound, so very likely that the Dixie is no more. That would be a very nice catch for my submarine forces. A lot of tonnage. It's not really a warship, it's really only a support ship, and I'm not so sure if it's so important for the Allies. So the next battle in China, the Hex before Changsha. Tech value was clear in favor for the Japanese, and the Chinese units are both heavily damaged but not destroyed. This is now south of Hangzhou. So the first battle was the victory for more or less, at least no success for me, and KilRoy was able to hold the Hex. But now I bring in more attack value, and you can see that more and more of the Chinese are now destroyed, but still at least roughly 60 maybe are disabled and escaping. East of or northeast of Manila, so my tanks are catching up with these Filipino divisions. I take the base, and the Filipino units have so low morale that they lay down the weapons, at least one division. So these are now the third Filipino division already give up immediately. So KilRoy maybe try to escape here with op modus, and I was fast enough to catch up and give a heavy blow to them. Now attack on Rabaul at the 13th December, so still the first week of the war.
Hello, all you poor GIs and Marines. This is Orphan Anne at Radio Tokyo, bringing you some hot music and another blow to your morale. Today, our High Command announced that the ever-victorious forces of the Japanese Empire have captured Rabaul.
So I was even able to kill 2 maybe damaged airplanes on the ground. And the fort, the terrain still was not enough. The fatigue and morale was too low. These are Australian units without any preparation. So I cannot destroy them, but they're all heavily damaged and now forced to go to the jungle you can see southwest of Rabaul, so no man's land. No supplies, nothing is there waiting for them. Sambas is also only Dutch base forces, take the base, but both Dutch forces running away and are now in Kuching. But at least only very lightly damage and losses for me, and the Dutch are nearly out of existence. So, Battle of Guam. Yeah. The Americans holding the ground. I destroy the fort. More losses for the Allies, but they still can hold. So, a positive turn for me. Nothing, no big victory in the air or at sea, only some cleanup, sinking some cargo ships, sinking a light cruiser, but it was already damaged in the question of time. Maybe the Dixie was the biggest positive mention of this turn. More success on the ground, I would say. All my operations and strikes are so far to 90% successful without nearly no setbacks. Taking Rabaul without any issue, and also in the Philippines, destroying one Filipino division again is not bad and will help me to conquer maybe the Filipino islands much faster or quicker than compared to the Jochen game. So let's check the intelligence report. There was not much in the air, maybe Japanese aircraft, so I lost 3, a Lily, a Sally, and a Jack. Okay. And the Allies lost 5 Hudsons, so these are ops losses. Maybe they are all from Rabaul, I'm not so sure. One Seagull was destroyed with a light cruiser, and the rest is, one kill over Clarkfield or Manila, and a Catalina ops losses, maybe simply too much stress for the airframe. But 9-3, still the kill ratio is roughly maybe 4-1, what is of course nice, but these early days can be not super strange, but KilRoy try and risk maybe everything what he had to damage and stop my invasion early on. It was not successful with it, but all of this Dutch, British, Malayan Air Force is maybe all only second class. So if you don't use them now, then hard to find a purpose for them later on. Ship sunk. This turn, official. This light cruiser. So it's a smaller light cruisers. This late first class or 1920s design. It's it's fast, let's say this, and it has a range, but the firepower is limited, and no anti-submarine and no anti-aircraft equipment. Of course, the Allies can upgrade these ships later with radar and everything, so better kill them now. Now it's much easier. The Dixie, if it's really sunk, is nearly 10,000 tons, so this is a lot of tonnage, so also give a lot of points. And the main purpose is for this ship really only have a lot of supplies and then rearm other ships. And the rest is only smaller stuff, so nothing important sunk here. In China, still moving on, creating task forces. My Mongolian army arrived here. Now I will unpack them, and then I will, with the Mongolian army, I will simply clean up here these 4 hexes and make sure that this northern part of the front is clean of any Chinese units. It have no real strategic value or importance, but it's make sure that there's nothing sneaking in or surprising me. I only need to keep normally the Mukden, Beijing, Suzhou, Shanghai railway open. So this is the important railway. This outer railway is nice to have, and but from economy's point of view or points, political points, victory points, it doesn't matter. Here in the center is still a lot of movement. I had here this battle in east of Changsha, but my forces are too weak to really attack Changsha, or it will be. I can maybe try it, but if I'm lucky, I can take the city. But there's also a high chance that I bleed out, and I don't want this. I don't must do this. I will maybe swing east, take the smaller road, and then come back in a second attempt. Maybe with more reinforcements, or I go east and turn south and make sure that I clean up all of this Chinese forces in the south of China. Good. Hong Kong I took already, now I must sweep the mines. Maybe next turn I can clean the port and then I can bring in my battleships to rearm, because I have really no other choice here. I'm out of ammunition and I need a big port, and Hong Kong is the best choice for me. Before I go back to Japan, I can better wait one turn more here in Hong Kong. Bangkok, Thailand, Burma, no activity. Malaya, also this time no war, no fight. My tanks are already crossing the mountains, so next turn I can normally arrive at the west side. Oh, click, little so. You can see half the distance is already passed, so next turn I can cross here, and then these forces in the northern Malaya are blocked. I'm now also west of Mersing, so normally everything is trapped now. There's no way more that these units can fall back to Johor Bahru and Singapore. Everything what is in the source will now defend Singapore, Johor Bahru, but the rest is trapped. There's no way out. Java, no activity really. Picking up here some ships, but not more. We saw this carrier division. I have here some recon, so I can see them here. I don't see. I mean, I know it's over 100 airplanes, so it must be two. Both carriers are together here. The numbers add up, 90, so 180 in total. And this is too strong for any of my land-based aircraft to really attack them. Not that I have anything. I will try to avoid the contact with this carrier division, and I must wait that my carriers. I have my 3 fleet carriers coming from the east. And if KilRoy stay maybe 2 more turns in this area of the Pacific, then maybe I can force him to a battle, and this would be in favor for me. Not that I am really completely outclass him, but I have here roughly 215 airplanes ready, and KilRoy have 180, and I have the better airframes. Let's say this. The skills of the pilots are maybe similar, but the airframes are better for me. But with this carrier battles, it's often really who can make the first strike and who can damage the enemy carrier and make sure that they cannot make a counter strike. So we will see. Taking Rabaul in the first week of the war is nice. So I will try to bring in reinforcements in Rabaul and reform here a little, and then I will continue my advance here down the Solomons Islands and maybe also going for Port Moresby. With the Jochen game, I was a little slow, or I had other focus, let's say this. But in this game, I can try the dojo tactic. And with dojo tactic, I also normally go Rabaul, Port Moresby, Tulagi, and focus for this. Anything else? So here's Pearl Harbor, my submarines, and there is still some movement around. I think the Dixie was in this hex. This is my submarine. You can see this had this battle, this surface battle with the Dixie. and had a 5-inch, at least one 5-inch shell hit this submarine, and I have here now heavy flotation damage and better return to port. This is simply too much to be still on combat patrol. But it is also not critical that it will sink, but it's have to return. Good. Anything else? Anything else? No, I think this is first enough. Okay. If you like this new setup, other resolution, a little other map mode, let me know. And if you guys prefer more the old style, more other resolution and other, I mean the map is the same. It's really only a little stuff around. Let me know. Thank you all. Take care. Bye bye.